Hello and welcome back for another episode of Stamp Create Repeat for your next stamp. Today I have a really cute little treat for you. I'm going to be making these adorable, sweet little tags, and these are just so precious. They make me so hungry when I see them, and to me these totally scream summer. Ice cream makes me think of summer, and I am really excited for summer to come, so this was a fun project to do. So I'm just showing there on the back you can put little messages on your tags. I use the new heart enamel gumdrops, and I also use some of the Your Next Stamp gumdrops on the ice cream, and then on the little spoon I have a little bit of the sprinkle gumdrops there as well. So I'm going to show you today how to make both of these, the pink and the blue one. I'll start out by showing you all the products that I used, and then I'll get into the process video. So first up, I used this stamp set. It's called Total Sweetness, and it is total sweetness. I love that sentiment, and this image I just had to color up the second I saw it. I love that sentiment as well. It is really funky, and it looked like so much fun to stamp out using some cute colored inks. So for the black, I used the Your Next Stamp Black Olive ink for all of my images. And then for the pink one, I used this great color. It is the Pink Flamingo, and it's a nice bright pink. So I used it for that sentiment there. And then for my blue sentiment, I used the Blue Caraco, which I love as well. The Your Next Stamp inks are like top notch. I absolutely love them. They're by far my favorite. So I'm just showing you here on the little tags where I put those little sentiments using those. And I had to show too, these stack so nicely. I know I've shown it in another video, but they just stack amazing when you want to grab them. So that was the stamp set that I used. For that tag, I used this new tag die. This is called Cool Tag 4 die set, and I used the largest one. And I just cut out 2 of them and layered them together. That gives a nice layering effect of the papers, and all the papers that I used today came from this Your Next Stamp paper pad. It's called Crazy for Coffee, and it is definitely one of my favorite paper pads from Your Next Stamp. These coffee images are precious. I used that little brown one with the pink hearts and also the 2 little triangle ones. Whoops. So I just did a little flip so you can just see some of the images that are in there. I have used this one already, so it's not a perfectly new one, but I have been really cutting into it. It's so cute. I also had to use a ton of the Your Next Stamp gumdrops. These new ones with the hearts and enamel gumdrops on there are just absolutely precious, so I used a blue and pink heart. They're called Hearts and Dots gumdrops. Love this one so much. Then I also used some of the sparkly ones. So I used this one, which is the Enchanted Forest gumdrops, and they have glitter on them, and it looks so cute as the little sprinkles there on my sundae. Then I used this one, and this is another of my favorites. This one is the Cosmic Crush gumdrops. So pretty. And then this one is my by far favorite. It is the Magical Pastel gumdrops. And honestly, if you are heading over to make a purchase, definitely slip one of those into your cart because you will not regret it. They are just absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to start out by stamping out my images, and I'm going to stamp out 2 of each of the images that I use because I'm going to make 2 tags today for you to see. So I'm stamping out 2 of those. And I am using the Black Olive Your Next Stamp ink. Then I'm going to stamp out 2 of the spoons. The spoon is so cute. You could have the little girl holding the spoon, or you could have the spoon just like laying. You could also do a really cute background just with a whole bunch of spoons stamped out, which would look really cute. So I'm just showing again how I love those, that they stack so nicely. And I'm taking the Blue Caraco and I'm going to stamp out that sentiment there, which says Total Sweetness. And I just stamped it on a scratch page just to make sure that it would get a nice impression. And when you stamp it the first time, you just need to wait a few seconds for it to just kind of like seep and go into the paper. And then it is absolutely perfect. And they are so bright and vibrant. So now I'm just going to show you, I am just trimming out the little sentiments using my sewing scissors that I like to use for fussy cutting. So I'm just cutting around that, and it's perfect. She can be holding that, and I'll show you later some cute ways to layer that up. So for the spoons, I'm using my Copic markers, and I'm using C4, and then blending that out with C2. And I tried to zoom in a little bit so that you guys could see it nice up close. Then I go back in with C4 to add it up a little bit more darker, and back in with the C2. So our spoons are done. Now for the skin for this first little girl, I'm using E11, and then I'm using E00. And I decided I wanted to darken it up just a little bit, so I go in with E13 and back in with E11. and again with E00. Then I take R20 just for the little pink for the cheeks. And then for the hair, I'm using E53. I'm doing a whole base coat down. You could leave it just like that and it would be precious, but I'm going to do the flick motion with my Copic marker. So I'm just flicking up from the bottom of her hair and from the top. And then I do the same thing with E57. And then with E59, I go in just a tiny bit with E59. You don't want to overpower it and cover up all the work you did. Now for the other little girl, I'm using E18 for the skin. And then I'm blending that out with E15. And then I'm going to go in with E13. And she is just so cute. These little girls are precious. And they even have a little flower on their cute little head. And then I go back in there with E15 and blend that out with E13. And then I just go in with E18 again just to give it a nice blend there. And then for the cheeks, I use R22 and it will make a really cute little pink pop. And then for the hair, I'm using C4 and I'm just doing a base coat with the gray. This will just give a nice highlight to a black hair color. So now I'm using C8 and I'm just going to do the flicking motion in with that color. And then I'm taking black 100 and doing the flicking motion with that. And I just went back in with C8. For the little pants, I used B29. And then I just blended that out with B24. It's a nice color for blue jeans. And I think it's just so cute how her little feet are sticking out there. Then for this little top, I used RV17, blended it out with RV14 and RV13. And that's a really cute pink color combo. And then the other little girl I did in a blue top. So I put B05, B02, and blended that out with B00. And then I also used the same color combos for their little shoes, and I just went back in and did their little shoes. Then for the cherries, I used R39. And I just tested on the side which color I wanted to use, so then I used R29 and blended it out with R27. And then I went back in with R39 just to give it a nice variation of color. For the yellow middle of the flower, I used Y15 and 11. And then for the flower, I used the same pink color combo as the little girl's pink shirt. For the banana, I used Y15. And then I blended that out with Y13. And I just love the banana there. It just pops behind the little girl. And then it is blended out using Y11. Then for the pink strawberry ice cream, I used RV06, and I did a little brighter than normal strawberry ice cream. I just really wanted it to pop and look really sweet behind her. Then I blended that with RV4 and RV2. And then for the ice cream, I wanted it to have a little bit of shadow, so I used W3 and blended it with W1. And then I took my E57 marker and just did like a little swirl of chocolate sauce on there. I thought that would look fun. And then for the girl with the pink shirt, I did her bowl in the blue color. So I used B05 and B02. I thought it would be fun to kind of change up the colors. So the little girl with the blue shirt will have the pink bowl. And then I blend that out using B00. And you could also do the little bowls in a gray color, but I thought it'd be fun just to get as much color on these little images as I could. And then for the pink bowl, I used RV17. And then I blend that out with RV14. And then I blend the finishing touch with it with RV13. Then I'm going to take my black jelly pen and I just cover up the little dots on their eyes to give it a little gloss. And then I take my white jelly pen, I add dots on the cheeks, little accents on those cherries, and a few accents just on the little image. It just gives it a little pop, and I like how it adds some dimension. I did it on the spoon, on the banana, the little sundae dish, and also I went and did little polka dots on the little girl's tops. I thought that would be so cute. Those would also be really cute to paper piece, or you could paper piece the little sundae dish, would look precious. Now I'm going to trim these out. These, I believe, do have coordinating dies, which I will link below, that you can purchase separate. I don't have the dies for this one, so I'm just going to fussy cut these ones out using my sewing scissors. When I do fussy cutting, it's my favorite way to do it with my sewing scissors because they're nice and sharp and you can just really get in there. And this one was pretty good to fussy cut out. It wasn't too bad since it was a larger image. And it's so cute. I just love, love, love this stamp set so much. I cannot wait to do some more projects with this. I think this would be really cute on little goodie bags or treat bags as well. So I'm just showing different ways you could put the spoon. She could be holding it, or it could be up in the air. And then I'm just trimming around this little one. So there are little images, and I'm just showing how you can layer up the little sentiment as well. So I'm taking the Cool Tag 4 die set and my paper from the Crazy for Coffee paper pad. And I'm just seeing how I want the pattern to go. Since the tag I'm having kind of diagonal, like horizontally, I want to just see how the pattern's going to go on it. And I love how that turned out. So I'm going to do this pattern the same way with the pink one. And it looks so precious. Then I want to layer up this cute brown heart paper behind it. So I'm just seeing how it will look. And I decide that I want the hearts to be showing up and down. So that's how I cut out 2 of them for that. So cute. And then it's nice because it gives you more room for the sentiment as well, but I do end up layering the sentiment over top of the image. So now is the fun part to put everything together. So I'm just going to take my ATG gun to adhere all of the pieces, and I'm just kind of fussing around so you can see kind of how I want to set these up. So, so cute. And I think I like the sentiment at the bottom the best. And then I'm also going to use some ribbon. So this ribbon is just from my stash. I just picked a blue and pink ribbon to kind of match the blue and pink and brown theme. And I'm just trimming off the end diagonally so that it leaves a nice finishing touch. And I'm just taking some brown twine as well. And I'm just going to add some adhesive on the back there and layer it so that heart is just popping out at the top and also at the bottom right corner. And then I'm layering on my little images and my little sentiment. And I put the pink sentiment with the blue dish and the blue sentiment with the pink dish. And then I put that little spoon there, and then I'm just doing the exact same thing for that little pink one. So cute. And these tags are perfect for larger images. And then also putting on the little spoon. So now I'm going to take my ribbon, and it's really easy to string the ribbon through that little hole there. And I'm taking some of that brown twine, and the best way to get it to kind of make that cute pucker at the tip there is to just tie it into a knot, and then once you have it with a knot, you can add on your little bow and you'll still have that little puckering. So I just add on the little twine, and then you can kind of see how it gives a little pucker, which looks really cute, and then just add a double knot, and then you can add on your bow. So there are my cute little tags. Now I'm going to bling them up using all of the Your Next Stamp gumdrops. So I'm just putting one of the little pink hearts and the little blue hearts on, and then putting some of the little pink gumdrops on there. Then I'm going to take some of the other gumdrops. This one is the Enchanted Forest, and I'm just putting some of those sparkly brown gumdrops and the blue ones, and they just look cute like little sprinkles on the ice cream. And then from the Magical Pastel set, I put some pink gumdrops, and then I decided I wanted to put some on the spoon. I thought that would be cute, like there was leftovers of sprinkles on the spoon. So I'm just adding a few onto the little spoon there, and then I take that one little pink one that's at the top and add it on the spoon as well so it will match. So that pretty much does it for my project for this week. Please head over to the Your Next Stamp YouTube channel and subscribe and leave a comment. I love to hear your comments, and I thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye now.